You're about to discover 6 incredibly rare Japanese horse breeds. So rare, even most modern-day Japanese have never heard of them. Some once carried samurai warriors into battle. Others, fewer than 40 living horses remain on the entire planet. From the smallest horse in Japan to the last truly wild breed still roaming free, each of these animals carries a bloodline that stretches back thousands of years. Japan isn't just the land of swords and Mount Fuji. It's also home to living heritage. Beings that still walk among us, but may disappear forever if we don't pay attention. Number 6. The Yonauni Horse. Hidden for centuries on the far western Yonauni Island of Japan, the Yonauni Horse has earned the nickname the Living Fossil. Its bloodline virtually untouched since the feudal era. These horses are a part of the indigenous Ryukyu culture, living completely wild in nature. No stables, no human-controlled breeding, no interference. Standing at just 44 inches, 3.7 feet, and weighing around 400 pounds, this is one of the smallest horse breeds on Earth. Yet incredibly resilient, perfectly adapted to the island's rough coastal climate. So why does it only rank at number 6? Because while its genetics and ecological value are priceless, the Yonauni horse's cultural and historical influence is confined mostly to its remote island, with little connection to Japan's military past or national identity. That said, locals still honor these sacred animals with annual ceremonies, remembering the role they played in helping families transport food, water, and firewood through the toughest times. Compared to the Shetland pony, UK, Falabella, Argentina, or even the Icelandic horse, the Yonauni may not be globally famous, but it's more genetically pure, more untouched by humans, and truly one of a kind in today's world. But hold on. If you think the Yonauni is rare, wait until you meet the next horse on this list, so obscure that even most Japanese people have no idea it still exists. A breed almost lost to history, yet somehow, miraculously, still alive. Number 5. The Mako Horse. If the Yonauni is a living fossil, then the Mako Horse is more like a ghost from history. A breed so rare that even most Japanese people today don't remember its name. Originating from Miyako Island, a small isolated spot in Okinawa Prefecture, this horse once played a vital role in agriculture and transportation during the early 20th century. But after World War II, when machines replaced muscle, the Mako horse all but vanished without a trace. Today, fewer than 40 purebred Mako horses remain, quietly protected in breeding centers as part of a low-profile national effort to preserve Japan's disappearing native genetics. Standing at around 45 inches, 3.75 feet, this little horse may look small, but it's tough as nails, adapted to Okinawa's hot, humid, tropical climate. Locals once called it the poor man's horse. Loyal, hardworking, and able to survive on just about anything it could chew. So why is it ranked number 5? Because its population is critically low, and it's almost completely erased from Japan's modern cultural memory. Still, for genetic conservationists and horsebreed historians, the Mako horse is a living treasure, one of Japan's last remaining native bloodlines. Unlike the Marwari from India or the Caspian horse from Iran, the Mako doesn't come with royal lineage or a battle record. But it holds something arguably more precious: the quiet dignity of a forgotten legacy, preserved only by a few dedicated hands. But if you thought Mako was rare, wait until you see what's next. This next horse isn't just rare, it still runs wild in the forests of Japan, like a legend that refused to die. Number 4. Masaki Horse. On the windswept cliffs of Cape Toy, small black horses still roam freely by the sea. Meet the Masaki Horse, the only horse breed in Japan still living completely wild. Locals call them samurai ghosts, because their ancestors once carried warriors into battle hundreds of years ago. Standing just 47 inches tall, 3.9 feet, the Masaki may be small, but it's tough, smart, and fiercely independent. They live in herds, forage for food, breed naturally, and die in the wild. Never tamed, never trained. Today, this rare breed is protected as a national natural treasure of Japan, with only a few hundred left in the wild. Masaki ranks number 4 not just because of its rarity, but because of what it represents: a living fragment of old Japan. It's a genetic time capsule and a cultural icon. Compared to the Mustang in the US or Brumby in Australia, Masaki is less wild, more serene, carrying that uniquely Eastern stillness and spiritual connection to the land. But if you thought Masaki was small, wait till you see what comes next. The next horse on this list is so tiny, most people mistake it for a plush toy until it moves. Number 3. NMA Horse. Standing just 42 to 45 inches tall, about 3.5 to 3.75 feet, the NMA horse is not only the smallest horse breed in Japan, but also one of the oldest native breeds to ever walk this land. Originating from Ehime Prefecture on Shikoku Island, the NMA was once the humble workmate of farmers during the Edo period, pulling carts, plowing fields, and even helping teach kids how to ride. Today, fewer than 100 purebred NMA horses remain, most of them being carefully preserved in a dedicated ecological park. Despite its small size, the NMA has a gentle, friendly temperament and is surprisingly well adapted to the steep, narrow terrain of Shikoku's countryside. So why does it earn the number 3 spot? Because it's not just rare or ancient, it's emotionally significant. The NMA isn't a royal steed or battlefield charger. It's a symbol of perseverance, of quiet strength, of the deep bond between rural communities and the animals they depended on for survival. And if the NMA is Japan's little powerhouse of resilience, then the horse at number 2 is all about strength, speed, and steadfast service. A true workhorse that helped connect the remotest corners of a changing world. Number 2. Takara Horse. Tucked between rugged cliffs and winding dirt paths in Japan's southern Takara Islands lives one of the most fearless little horses you've never heard of. The Takara Horse. Known by locals as the Silent Guardian, this small but mighty breed was once essential to daily island life, carrying goods, climbing steep terrain, tilling fields, and hauling water across some of Japan's harshest rural landscapes. Standing at just 47 inches (3.9 feet), the Takara may look compact, but it's built like a tank. Strong legs, sturdy frame, and incredible balance. It thrives in the region's hot, humid climate and survives with minimal food, a true master of endurance. Today, fewer than 100 Takara horses remain, carefully protected in conservation centers and eco-parks. So why does this unassuming little horse rank all the way at number 2? Because it's one of the purest native bloodlines left in Japan, untouched by crossbreeding, and still deeply woven into the culture of the local people. And now, everything we've uncovered, every drop of history, legacy, and cultural soul, leads us to the final horse on this list. A breed that didn't just carry warriors into battle, it still carries the pride of an ancient Japan on its back to this very day. Number 1. Kiso Horse. Nicknamed Japan's national horse during the medieval era, the Kiso Horse is the last surviving native warhorse breed in Japan, a horse that once charged into battle carrying fully armored samurai warriors, swords clashing all around. This isn't just a horse, it's a living symbol of Japanese history. The Kiso's bloodline dates back over 1,000 years, rooted in the mountainous Kiso region of Nagano. These horses were trained to remain fearless, even in the face of blood and steel. Today, fewer than 150 purebred Kiso horses remain, under strict conservation. While they no longer serve on the front lines, they still appear in ceremonial parades, cultural festivals, and even therapy sessions, bridging the ancient past with the present. And maybe that's why the Kiso deserves the number 1 spot. Not just for its strength or rarity, but because it reminds us of what we stand to lose. Some heritage can't be replaced, it can only be preserved through love and memory.